Now, if you're a fan of survival games like I am, there is a new game coming out on June the 10th from Funcom. Yes, the same folks who made Conan Exiles, and the name of this game is called Dune Awakening, and we got invited out to a preview event where we were able to play the first 20 to 25 hours of the story. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about our time with this preview build. Y'all, the DNA from Conan Exiles is absolutely in this game, but sit back, relax, and let's talk about it, y'all. And now, as far as the additions for Dune Awakening, the base game is $50, the deluxe edition is $70, and the ultimate edition is $90. And not only do the deluxe and ultimate come with the season pass, but they also come with a 5-day early start, so you could start playing on June the 5th. And currently, right now, there is no release date set in stone for the Xbox or the PlayStation. And now, after watching this video, if you're interested in checking the game out for yourself, Funcom did let us know that on the weekend of May the 9th, they are going to be having a large-scale beta where players can get an early look at the game, and this is a very exciting thing. You can join the official Funcom stream on May the 10th, sign up for beta on the Funcom website, and even sign up for the playtest and wishlist the game on Steam. And they're also talking about giving us creators that were at the preview event keys to give away to our audience, so make sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you're interested in this game. And now, before we get in here and talk about the character creation, the story, the combat, base building, and everything that we got to take part in during the preview event, I just want to give you a little insight on how I'm enjoying the game thus far. You see, I'm going to put over multiple hundreds of hours into this game. I can see it even getting into the 4-digit number later on down the road, because I love survival games. I absolutely adore survival games, and on the first day that we were able to play this game, 14 hours. That's how long I played Dune Awakening on the first day of the preview event. On the second day, we had already ran through everything that they had thrown out for us for the preview event, and then we ended it in a rather explosive fashion with a sandworm, and we started back over. That's how much I'm enjoying my time with this game. You see, I got to bring a friend along with me, and a Frugan stayed up until about midnight with me on the first day of playing, and then I stayed up till 2 a.m. and I even posted up on the Discord for the preview event of that I'm 50-50 on Dune Awakening come out. I want this game to come out, but also I like my sleep schedule that it is right now, and my sleep schedule is absolutely going to be wrecked. And yes, there are bugs in this Dune Awakening game during the preview event, but I'm kind of used to that. You see, I've been working in technology. This will be my 24th year of being an IT tech, and I'm used to games and things having bugs when they come out. And I was a fan of Conan Exiles when it released, and I remember that release and how many bugs it had on there. So I was kind of expecting there to be bugs in this preview event and bugs that are going to be in the game. And there is a plethora of known bugs that the team is currently smashing out, and we experienced a fair number of bugs ourselves. But that did not deter me from the amount of fun that I had in this game. So yes, if you want my too long didn't watch review before we talk about anything else, I absolutely love my time with this game, and I will be putting hundreds, if not thousands, of hours as long as this game is going, because yeah, it was that much fun. But now let's talk about the character creation selection that we have in Dune Awakening. And if you would like to create your character before the release of Dune Awakening and then import that character creation into the full game, you can actually do that. We'll have a link down in the description below to the character create that is currently on Steam right now. And that's what we did. Just a little while ago, we created a character, and even on this preview event, we were able to import that character into this selection. But now, if we're going to compare the character create screen to other games, then it's nothing special. It's not bad, it's not great, but Skyrim kind of set the bar for me back in the day, and then Cyberpunk changed that bar level and raised it up even higher. But to me, I don't really spend a lot of time in character create screens anyways. I usually have a few requirements. A, red hair, And if I'm doing a male character, it needs to be able to have a beard that kind of looks like mine, and check mark, because it absolutely does. And I was in and out of the character create screen in about 5 to 10 minutes with a bearded ginger that I could travel Arrakis with. And now, once you're done creating your character, you are going to be faced with some choices of how would you like to play Dune Awakening. For us, we chose to be a Mentat, but we did go through and play as the other archetypes, and honestly, none of these archetypes are bad to me. I still personally prefer the Mentat start, and we also started as an honorable person that is a peon, and these special dialogue choices are going to be useful when talking to NPCs out in Arrakis, and this is something that's absolutely amazing. But friends, do not fear, because as you travel through Arrakis, you will be able to train in the other archetype types, so you're not going to be locked into just that one official playstyle. And now the trainers are going to be scattered throughout Arrakis, and it's something that this game does really well, is rewarding the player for wanting to explore. Because Frugan and I went and investigated a lab, picked up an item that was kind of a mission item, it looked like. It had no weight associated with it, and on the way back to the base, we ran across this NPC that turned out to be a trainer, and we already had the item in our inventory to finish up the training for their techniques that they had available for us. And yes, there are more advanced trainers, so you are going to want to explore as much as possible. And now, something that I love to see is that the team at Funcom is giving players the choice on how they would like to utilize their research points. You can go the recommended method, where the next tier unlocks when you spend a certain amount of research points, or if you're more of an advanced player, you can actually turn that system off and go the advanced route and not have to have that utilization of research points. And that, personally for me, after playing the recommended and the more advanced option, that is what I'm personally going to choose when I play Dune Awakening. And now, once your character is created and your choices are made, you'll find yourself waking up on Arrakis to do the tutorial and to teach you about the game mechanics. Now, the majority of this is typical, whether you be on controller or keyboard. Make sure to WSAD to move, or use your controller to move around. But there is a new mechanic that is introduced in Dune Awakening, and I absolutely love that the team chose to do this new mechanic, and that is involving a laser. And now, with this mechanic, it's actually twofold. You first have to scan an object that you would like to pull salvage off of, or a node that you would like to mine, and then you will see a line highlighted, and you have to follow this line with your laser, which can net you a poor efficient mining bit or a good efficient mining bit, and the two variables do affect how much material you get from either the salvageable object or the node that you want to mine. And now, just like in other games, you're going to have to upgrade the quality of your laser scanner to make sure that you're able to mine certain nodes out there in Arrakis as well. The upgraded laser scanner is going to give you more for the effort that you are putting into it, because there is a laser scanner when we started to be able to mine iron ore. We kept getting poor efficient, and I'm like, I'm following the line perfectly, but then it hit on me. I need to get the Mark II version, and this might help out. And I went from having poor efficiency to good efficiency on every single node that I mined. And now, as we mentioned before, it feels like the game is going to reward those players who like to explore. And now, exploring is going to be a tedious task for a lot of folks, because there is no fast travel and it takes a while to unlock your first vehicle. But honestly, I enjoyed roaming around the wasteland on foot, and I will tell you as well, if you're a fan of fast respawns, these enemy outposts and enemy camps are going to be respawning relatively fast. I've even had a couple of these outposts by the time that I made it down to the end of the chain that I needed to get to. On my way back up, enemies were starting to respawn at the first bit of it. So as far as farming locations and setting up your base, make sure that you're setting up near these outposts and near some of these camps, because it's going to be a great way for you to farm some early game materials that you will definitely be needing. And now, in our time on the preview with playing with a friend, it was a great time of going through these camps because not only is the respawn rate fast, but in going up to a loot container, we had a question. Will the loot be shared between both of us since we are in a party, or will it be separate loot? And friends, it was separate loot, and we even had on occasions where he would get one thing out of a chest and I would get another thing out of a chest. So it's absolutely wonderful to see that the team designed it this way. But now to talk about vehicles, it is going to take you a little bit of time to get your first vehicle in Dune Awakening. But once you do, you will be able to traverse Arrakis so much faster. But in being able to traverse Arrakis a lot faster, you are going to be making a lot more noise. So make sure that when you are open sand, you are keeping your head on a swivel and making sure that you don't go across drum sand, because this is going to amplify the noise that you make, and the sandworms are very, very vicious creatures. But now, something that we weren't able to take part in during the preview event is flying vehicles. That's right, friends. You are going to be able to fly around Arrakis, and I cannot wait to unlock that vehicle to see how that game mechanic works out. And now, something that I'm very excited about trying out in the future is the social hub that was not inside of the preview event, where players can trade items and meet up for stuff like that. But there is a text chat option for the game to speak to other players, as well as a proximity chat where you can talk to other players over your microphone. And this is going to be a great thing, though we did have some jokes inside of the creator Discord talking about, hey, if anybody's got any vehicle extended warranty offers, watch out for those people in chat. And now, as far as combat goes, whether I was up close with a shielded enemy taking them down with a sword, or taking down enemies a little bit further away with a pistol, shotgun, or rifle, I had a lot of fun with everything that I was able to experience during this preview event. But there are weapons that are locked. Oh my god, like steel weapons and stuff like that. We could only get iron weapons. Oh my lord, there's a sniper rifle, and I so want to try that out on the full game release. I'm so excited to see what this combat system kind of turns into later when we're flying and doing all this other sort of stuff. But you also get abilities, and these abilities are special for each archetype that you choose in the beginning of the game, or that you go see these trainers and you can unlock different skills, passives, and techniques and stuff like that. Me, as a Mentat, I utilize the shield wall and the turret a lot, because while I'm playing solo, you get kind of overrun a little bit in these areas, especially with shielded and non-shielded enemies coming at you at the same exact time. So having that shield wall to like kind of slow them down, in the turret to break that shield, or to take out the bigger heavy enemies with miniguns, and then later on they have shields on the miniguns, and it just gets crazy. And to even see where we're at in the combat and how it keeps testing your combat ability this early in the game, and knowing how much is going to open up in the full release, it makes me very excited to see what the developers have in store for us. And now, currently, Conan Exiles holds the longest stream game for me at 36 and a half hours played on stream, and this was way back in the day. Let me know in the comments section below. Would you like to see a really long marathon stream on Dune Awakening? Because I'm kind of thinking to myself that this one might wind up taking that title. It may wind up taking the title from Conan Exiles, because I can see myself not getting a lot of sleep with this game when it releases, because I love survival games. Like I said, I can see myself putting over 1,000 hours into this game. And as far as the business strategy goes with this game, with it being a premium game, I can see it kind of doing the same thing that Conan Exiles did, where you pay for the base game, but then every so often the company comes out with a DLC, whether it be cosmetic or like a mission or something like that extra that you can do and utilize in your time. So we'll have to see what Funcom has planned for Dune Awakening. But yes, I'm all here for it. My honest thought is that if I wasn't given a key for this game, I would absolutely be buying it. So yes, is it worth it to me personally because I love survival games? Yes, all the way. Now, if you did not enjoy Conan Exiles, or you're not really a survival game player, this game may not be for you, and you need to watch other content creators to talk about their opinions on the game, because I always say, make sure to do your research, because time is money, friends, and what you're going to be putting into survival games is, yes, that base cost, but you're going to be putting in a lot of time, because survival games, it's all about the grind. So if you don't like the grind, you're probably not going to like survival games, because there's countless number of hours that I spent while doing the preview event, just going and being like, I need to go on a blood run, because blood equals water in Dune Awakening. If you're a fan of the series, then you understand. But there's a lot of times I'd be like, well, I need to go on a blood run. Well, oh, I got to go back on a blood run. Oh, I got to go get iron. I got to get copper. Oh, I got to go get stone. I got to go, oh God, I got to go back to the beginning area and get some more grass. So if you don't like grind games, this may not be for you, but I'm absolutely here for it. Yeah, I'm down. I'm so down for this game. But y'all, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out. It means the absolute world to me that you're here. I know we do mainly Fallout 76 and Fallout type content, but being able to stretch our wings out and to provide content on other games is absolutely such a wonderful thing. But thank you so much again for being here. Thank you so much to the channel members for the continued support. Y'all have a great, wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Peace. Love ya.